In this video, I'm going to talk about Ang Lee's movie week. Last week dedicated the whole week watching movies from Ang Lee, and he is an extraordinary director, very versatile. When you think of Ang Lee, you think about movies like Brokeback Mountain, um, Life of Pi. The list goes on. But I feel that if you watch some of his early works, they're pretty good. So here are some of the movies that I saw from Ang Lee last week. The first one is Eat, Drink, Mad Woman. It's a 1994 film. And this movie, it teaches you a lot about family and faith and relationships. There's a scene in the family dining room where one of the three daughters confesses that she's in love with a boy and she's pregnant and is going to move in with his family, and she did not think about it twice whatsoever. She went on and did it. The father, who is a widower, he's slowly losing his daughters to their significant partners. One of the things I've always liked to see in movies, and because I'm a person that has improved and has fallen in love with cooking, in this movie it shows you a lot about the culinary arts. So you see a lot of that in this movie. It's a big part of this movie. The acting is phenomenal. You just feel of a real authentic family with real relationship issues. So this is a good family drama movie. So the fact that you have a movie that it shows you about family and issues that they're going through, plus cooking scenes, a setting where the cooking is taking place, is great. You also have themes of lies, infidelity, temptation. I feel that one of the most significant important parts of the movie is the death of Uncle Wen. When he died, that rocked the family to the core. Especially Master Chu, who is the father of the three daughters. When Chef Wen died, he lost his creativity, his passion for cooking. In the second half of the movie, I really like how Ang Lee framed certain shots. The set design was even better. Here are some of my favorite lines from the movie. My taste buds are gone. I want water. People today don't appreciate the exquisite art of cooking. That is so true. That is so true. One of the things that we learn about Master Chu is he loves to cook, but he's also a person that he worries a lot about his daughters. So he's one of those parents that he's always concerned. He is very serious about his Christian beliefs, and he tries to do everything he can to keep the family together. But you get the sense of him being lonely and defeated in certain parts of the movie. Let's go to the other one that I saw from Ang Lee, and that movie is called The Ice Storm. This movie is about a middle class families experimenting with casual sex and substance abuse in their lives. It's set in 1973 in Connecticut. The movie is starring Kevin Kline. It has a solid cast. Kevin Kline, Tobey Maguire, Christina Ricci, Elijah Wood, the list goes on and on. This is one of those movies that is not for everyone. This is one of those movies that I can't watch it over and over and over. But it is arguably one of the best films of 1997. This movie is very powerful, thought-provoking, and the night opener, especially for those who can resonate with the story. This is one of those movies that you should not watch before you go to bed. You should watch it like earlier in the daytime because, you know, it gets pretty deep. So, but the acting is top notch. Great direction by Ang Lee. But yeah, I recommend you should watch this movie. It's on Max. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those gems from Ang Lee that is forgotten because, again, he has elevated his directing career, his directing creativity throughout the years. But like I said, you really gotta see Ang Lee's earlier works from the 90s. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is another one that I saw last week. It's one of those movies where I've heard about it so many times, but I never got to sit down and watch the full movie of it until last week. One of the things about this movie is that it can be very slow at times, and a person like myself, I have a short attention span, but the stage comeback scenes, that's what kept me on my toes to see this movie. And I know people complain about there's not enough blood in those fight scenes, but I personally, I thought that is fine for me, for my taste. But the acting was great, the fighting scenes were great, the direction, set design, costume design were all on point. Ang Lee knew, it's like you knew that Ang Lee knew what he was doing in this movie, and he did not disappoint. Michelle Yeoh and Zhang Ziyi, I think that's how you pronounce her name, their chemistry is great. And it's funny because with Ziyi, the first time I saw her was in Rush Hour 2, and she played a great villain, and she was like 20, 21 at the time. This was the year after Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but she has gone on to have a very good career. Both of these women have, but I just love their chemistry in this movie. Absolutely love it. But yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, another great gem from Ang Lee. And last but not least, Life of Pi. Life of Pi is one of those movies that I saw bits and parts of it before, but again, I had to see it, the whole thing from start to finish last week. And Life of Pi is just amazing. The visual effects, the cinematography, the direction. It is arguably Ang Lee's best film of his career. He just did a tremendous job. The story is great as well. I like the whole telling, like going flashback, and then to the present time. Like, you really have to pay attention to detail when it comes to Life of Pi. But a lot of money has been financed for this movie, and it earned Ang Lee an Oscar for Best Director. So, but he was just phenomenal in this movie. But those are the 4 movies that I saw from Ang Lee. I could have seen more last week, but I decided to stick to 4. I had so many things I had to do. I wish I could have done this video much more earlier, like Sunday or Monday, but hey, better late than never. And but yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on Ang Lee's movie week. Stay tuned for the next one. I don't know which one I'll probably will do next. Maybe John Ford, or someone else. So, but be on the lookout for that. And I'll probably will put it out sometime the first week of January, because this entire month of December will be strictly mostly about December Christmas movies. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, be safe. And may God bless you all.